So, the latest leaks and spoilers of Black Clover is finally out, and we start off with the chapter with a short flashback when Asta is still in the lands of the rising sun. As Yoshida is telling Asta that it's almost time for him to go, and Asta is thanking them for everything up to this point because Asta was able to learn new techniques and to get a lot stronger, and for everything that they have done for healing him from his last attack against Lucius. So, of course, when Finro shows up, it explains why we didn't see Finro in that panel when Donatio actually showed up and literally wiped out the whole witches, the Witch Queen, Dorothy, and Vanessa. And there was one person that was missing, that was Finro. So, of course, Finro showed up and he was able to get Asta, and Asta is excited because Finro's there to pick him up. So before Finro can leave, Ryu asks Finro, can one more person go with you? As Finro was just like, yeah, sure. As Ryu suggested that to take Ichika, who first refused since her place is next to Ryu. But Yushiga says that he will go ahead and protect the lands of the rising sun and be on Ryu's side so she could go. And Ryu told her that Ichika, go and see Yami and then definitely come back alive. We are counting on you for the faith of the world and Asta. And now that Ichika is tagging along with Asta, this is a real good sign because now we're finally going to see the interaction between Ichika and Yami because it's been so many years since they saw each other. But Ichika now knows who's the one that actually wiped out her whole clan, and she knows that it's not Yami, and she knows that she's responsible for it. And so it's going to be a very good scene to see these guys interact with each other for so many years. Plus, it's a good closure between, these two characters, and we continue the story between Yami and more of his life and everything else. On top of that, Ichika is very powerful. So seeing her actually teaming up with Yami, so that way they can go on ahead and battle against these paladins and angel guardians and Lucius is going to be a real good sign. So while Asta has entered into the portal and back in the lands of the witches, he looks around and he sees all of his comrades laid out on the ground, all messed up, and Asta is pissed. So of course, Asta, he's saying that maybe I can save them all. So he tells Finro to focus on the medical treatment and make sure that everyone is okay while he's going to focus on Donatio and he's going to handle the whole situation all by himself. And Asta whips out his Demon Slasher sword, and then later he pulls out the katana. And while that's happening, he says that because I'm not going to lose anymore as he continue on walking towards Donatio. And Donatio, he says that there's no point against my scaling magic. So Donatio continue on talking, and this is probably where the leaker probably got like some of the information wrong because we all know that Donatio knows atmosphere magic, but in the leaks he stated that he says air magic, but I do believe that he meant to say atmosphere magic. So until the official comes out, I'm just going to say safe to say that Donatio said that he will use his atmosphere magic to bestow upon Lucius to pass judgment, and Asta use his anti magic to actually counter it. And this is where Finro kind of noticed that Asta's become more adapted to his anti magic. And then we see Asta, he continues on walking towards Donatio, and Donatio, he's looking shook because the amount of power that he has in his repertoire is not working. Asta just continue on walking, and Donatio continue on talking about justice, but Asta is done hearing him and his justice, so he goes on ahead and use Senten to actually finish off Donatio, and the chapter ends as Asta was able to land a hit against Donatio, slicing him in half, and the chapter just ends. So this chapter just showcased the huge flex that Asta is able to do coming back from training from the lands of the rising suns, and how powerful he is and how he's able to adapt his anti-magic and how he has a better control with his anti-magic. On top of that, Ichika is there, so that way we're going to see the interaction between her and Yami, which is going to be very interesting. And it's really funny because Donatio was dominating throughout the three chapters, and just all in one chapter, just in like a couple of pages, we see Donatio get his ass whooped. So That's just really, really funny. But other than that, let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel about these spoilers, these latest leaks, and everything else. And if you guys do like the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and remember, always be decent. This is the Monotone Man. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and be safe out here. And Black Clover is going to be on break next week. So we won't know until the following week what's going to happen. But yeah.